tastes like burning.
So Microsoft and Sony recently had a fairly large sale going on. I think Sony's is actually still happening right now, in which they discounted a lot of the titles that they sell digitally for, I think it was Summer Blast, something like that. And that got me started thinking, especially what with the next generation of consoles, especially going to be having a lot of day one content as far as once the game is released, it's also available digitally as well as in the physical disc. I've always been more of the person who actually goes out to the store or orders online because I like to have the physical disc actually in my hand, something that I put into the console itself. And I understand that, you know, especially with PCs and Steam especially, that eventually it's going to become where most all titles are exclusively digital only. This is where something where I believe Microsoft actually kind of jumped the gun. I think if they'd have just waited until things actually naturally progressed on their own, or maybe even the next generation of consoles, there wouldn't have been such a severe backlash as far as the restrictions on their games. Because once you go digital, you can't share the games, you can't trade them in, you can't resell them anyway. So there's really no fuss as long as you do it in a gradual manner, the way that things have kind of been progressing. Both Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are going to have day one digital content where as soon as the game's out, you can download it, start playing it right then and there. PlayStation has actually been on kind of the forefront of this, where a lot of the titles that are released on the PlayStation 3, you can download them immediately the same day that it's released in stores. Microsoft has been kind of more hesitant towards this, taking, you know, almost a couple months before they actually get the games released onto the console digitally for download. My thing is, once we do fully go digital, how is it going to affect the price of the game? Because right now, the games digitally cost exactly the same as if you went out and actually bought the disc itself, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're not paying for the advertising, you're not paying for the packaging, you're not paying for the actual disc, so why are we being charged exactly the same price? Maybe this is something that will be rectified, you know, once we get further into the whole digital distribution. But right now, it's just kind of confusing, and it doesn't really motivate me to go more digital unless they actually have like a big sale like what they just did this past week where, you know, if the price is right, I'm very, very tempted to actually go and download the game instead of trying to find it in store at a discounted price. I'm not saying that, you know, if it all goes digital, I'm gonna, you know, try and boycott or be against it, everything. I understand the changing of the times, and I, you know, of course want to be part of it. I'm just saying, even with movies, I have yet to actually download a movie instead of actually going out and buying the disc. And it's something where, you know, it's, again, I just like actually having something physical to have, to hold, to share, as opposed to just it being stuck on my console or on my DVD player or even on my computer, and I can't share my love of this product with the world. Maybe things will change and they'll start actually affecting the price as far as whenever they go completely digital, but right now, there's really no way to tell, and I'm going to keep buying my discs from the store instead of going online.
Those are some mighty nice brownies you got there.
Okay, so I had one more thought, kind of more along the lines of the digital distribution, so I just kind of wanted to expand on that a little bit. With the new consoles coming out, it is something where it is not going to be backwards compatible. And this is something where I've actually kind of wondered what they could do, because I know like PlayStation 4 has Gaikai and, you know, Microsoft has the cloud service, but is there something where, like, if you have downloaded a game before, they have that on record that you've downloaded the game, because they're going to be able to transfer all of your, you know, your achievements, your trophies, your profile, everything like that to the brand new console. Is there a way that maybe if they can see that you've downloaded this game before, or if you saved it to the cloud, especially with Sony, everything is saved to the cloud now. If you saved your downloaded game and profile to the cloud, if you're able to maybe transfer that to the next generation of consoles, or at the very least give you the option where if you have it on the cloud, you can download it again for free, or maybe even at a discounted price when the next generation of consoles comes out. I hope to see something like that, because it doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people to go out and buy a game that they bought from the day one distribution on the original consoles and then have to rebuy the exact same game just to play it on a brand new system. I'm not saying that they won't change anything. I'm just saying I said it here first if that does come true.